Hi everybody, OverPushed here again. I just decided somewhere after 10 to do another ride to Bloomer. And it's not going to be just a regular bike tour ride this time. This time I'm making it a ride I'm doing also to do the thing that Michael of Invisible People said to do, of screaming real loud against the criminalization of homelessness. And with my new metal song I started making yesterday or the day before against the criminalization of homelessness, called the Criminalization of Homelessness Must Stop. I'm calling this my Criminalization Against Homelessness Must Stop metal song bike tour to Bloomer. So I'm gonna start right now. Oh, I forgot to say, it's starting at 11 minutes after 11. So here I am, coming up on Wheaton Street. About to turn right here on Wheaton Street. There it is, the North County Q sign. Because I forgot to say anything about all the ways that the homeless get criminalized, for sure, in all the big cities out there, that's where, because I forgot to talk about that stuff while I was doing this bike ride to Bloomer. That's where I felt I had to do it in voiceover. While I do understand to a certain point the other cities' concern about it creating unsanitary conditions when so many homeless, or when enough homeless up, tents, here and there, and then they got camping mattresses, they're sleeping on camping mattresses and, with blankets and pillow, and they're probably not having really easy access to bathrooms, and then other stuff. At the same time, I understand to a certain point cities' concerns about that. At the same time, I see there's a internet article from The Atlantic, and when I read it, it sounds like they were there at the Supreme Court hearing, and about the city of Grants Pass versus Johnson, on that hearing. Well, for sure, this part of the article, I read the same stuff that I heard of the 34 minutes and 8 seconds that I watched and listened to of the Grants Pass versus Johnson hearing. And it says, now there's names by the parts that I'm reading. The first name by the part I'm reading, but the first part I'm reading is Evangelist. Sleeping in public is considered conduct. This court in Clark discussed that
that is conduct. Also, the federal regulations. And then the next little paragraph says from Kagan. The name is Kagan. Well, sleeping is a biological necessity. It's sort of like breathing. You could say breathing is conduct too, but presumably you would not think that it's okay to criminalize breathing in public. And the next thing is from Evangelist. I would like to point to federal regulations that in Kagan. And for a homeless person who has no place to go, sleeping in public is kind of like breathing in public. Well, 2 points. Evangelist says it well. 2 points, even for federal regulations. It's got ... I guess. The next thing is that sentence was from someone named Demonsis. So, for the cruel and unusual part, sleeping is sort of like a necessity. It's not just a thing where you can just make yourself not sleep, Then, the next paragraph, someone named Rosen, right, okay. So the core issue for each side, on the homeless side, forgetting about the policy for a minute, the core issue is, are you essentially criminalizing a state of being? And for the city, is it right, the city's right to decide how it wants to create public order and police in the city? Well, when I think about it, there's cities with that have little woods areas, and if they're really worried about unsanitary conditions wherever homeless set up tents with camping mattresses and blankets and pillows and other stuff. I'm sure there are enough cities that somewhere have like a big enough woods-like area that's far enough away from all the public spaces, but yet like that kind of area in San Diego. It was where there's also a bridge, a freeway bridge. But there was also it was a woods area, by the freeway bridge, and they still got kicked out of there. That in San Diego, in an area like that, I found out about that in an Invisible People video on YouTube, called "Displaced," where when a young homeless woman said that it was an area that they were told that it was okay for them to go, and she said, but still one day here came the city cleanup crew coming up or coming down the road with their cleanup machines and stuff. What otherwise really needs to be done is there needs to be more temporary shelter choices and stuff like that, and also like temporary tiny house homeless kind of shelter options. Non-faith-based ones where homeless, don't have to worry about anyone being mean and rude to them, because if there's anyone being mean and rude to them, they will be banned. And also where they don't have to worry about their stuff getting stolen, and also where they can be allowed to keep quite enough more other stuff. Label on the bottle is a strawberry melon tea.
Good. There's the roundabout. I'm so glad. So I'm pretty much back in the Chippewa, because that's the roundabout up there. Getting up to the roundabout. And now here I am at the corner of Wheaton and Elm. Yeah, so here I am going down the end part of Elm Street. There's that sports bar and grill. And there I am. I'm for sure back in Chippewa, going down Bay Street. Yeah, that's for sure the end of the OverPushed criminalization against homelessness must stop heavy metal song bike ride, because that's what it's about. That's what today's ride was all about. Is all about again about doing what Michael of Invisible People on YouTube says, of screaming real loud that the criminalization of homelessness must stop.